To gain a new ally is sometimes very strange. Sometimes when it looks like danger is ahead, we also do get some moments where some more details happens. As we were also formally introduced to what I can guess is the arc villain of this arc, so to speak. The Angry Anime Fan that is very rare. This is Dr. Stone, episode 10. In it, Ashiguro Gen still seems to be very vague about wanting to join the Kingdom of Science, despite the amazement of it all. But then he's suddenly attacked by someone. The scene when he is attacked is incredibly brutal, as well as the music. And it looks like he's stabbed to death when Senku and the others found him. But then it turns out he has protection packs filled with animal blood to symbolize that he was dead, but he wasn't. But he was badly wounded. Because it turns out later on when Suka went her rounds, she actually discovered it was Magma, the self-proclaimed strongest guy in the village. A giant, muscular man who we first saw in the bridge that he believed that Ashiguro Gen was the sorcerer that Kohaku took him. Either way, he seems to be a very ruthless and power-hungry man, as it's revealed that he wants to marry Ruri to become chief. Because it's revealed that every year there is a contest, well, not every year, but when Ruri turned 18, there was supposed to be a contest of strength, which is meant to match the skills, and the one who has the strongest skills will become the next chief in line. This is how Kohaku and Ruri's father became chief. And they marry the shaman, which is Ruri. And Magma was a show-in to win, because no one was stronger than him. Well, no other than Kohaku, who also entered. Don't get me wrong, she didn't want to marry Ruri. That would have been incest, and not to mention some other things. Although Ginro did have a lewd fantasy when he thought about that. Regardless, however, she entered in order to protect Ruri, so when she heard that Magma wanted to do, she easily defeated him. And since then, her father has been treating her pretty coldly. And she will even get back another running gag where Kohaku screams, where he glares at Chrome, and he apologizes naked. So then she approaches Ginro and Kinro, who are still guarding everything else, and asks if they want to marry Ruri. And of course, Ginro shows the perverted side, but in the end, Kinro says rules are rules, but he also reveals that he now believes that Senku is a good man, showing some character development on the stricter for rules. So they join the Kingdom of Science as they begin to train with the Kohaku in order to become a little bit stronger. Elsewhere, Ashiguro Gen is slowly healing and asks Senku a private question. The next day he is gone, going back to Tsukasa's side to report that Senku is dead. Because it's revealed the one wish he wanted to have to Senku was, can you make a cola in this stone world? And Senku, being Senku, says, of course I can. With that, they have gotten a new ally. And we also saw the legion of young fighters that Tsukasa planned to revive. Because it turns out he revived Ashiguro Gen in order to find out if Senku really was alive. It's basically this one. I have to say, not as overwhelmingly good as the last episodes. Some animation here felt pretty awkward, especially when Kohaku was sparring with Kinro and Ginro in order to train them. While the music was still very awesome, especially that dreadful scene when Ashiguro Gen was struck down, there was some mix here. I think this was some chapters that were mixed up together, I think. Created a little bit more confusion. But with Chrome officially calling himself now a scientist, not a sorcerer, it's revealed that he does harbor intense romantic feelings for Ruri. What awaits us next, we won't know yet. But they have a new ally, Ashiguro Gen, who's a triple spy. So now onward to make the medicine. Give me your thoughts if you have any.